Powering
You
the
falling in love
Army.
with the wall or something?
No.
That's from Billy Madison. What are you looking at?
I was looking at your Demo Man, Viper, and your Powering the Army.
Nice, good together, don't they? Oh, hey guys. It's time for one of those MOTUfigures.com video spotlights that we love to do so much. Oh, it's time for the first beast in the line. Battlecat. If you're going to start with a beast, you got to start with Battlecat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, he's a main character. You know, more than any other beast. I love Swiftwind, but even more than Swiftwind, Battlecat is a character.
I'm pretty
sure
everybody that likes He-Man more definitely would agree Battlecat
Battlecat
to be the first beast.
You gotta go right out the gate with Battlecat. Just like the line started with He-Man, the beast should start with Battlecat. So this is the perfect choice. And what a Battlecat this is, man.
It moves way more than the original one. Even my, Uncle Chuck was saying this Battlecat moves more than the original one.
Yeah, that's right. We got your nephew.
No,
My nephew.
Yet.
Your cousin Jack. He's getting sort of into He-Man a little bit too. So we got him a He-Man and a Battlecat.
Mostly because of me.
Yeah, mostly because of you. He's got a He-Man and a Battlecat. So my brother-in-law Chuck, he was saying that wow, this Battlecat moves so much more than the original one does. And that's totally true because the original one doesn't move.
At all.
At all. So this is a Battlecat that really can move. Even the 2000X one didn't have that much movement. You've got a 2000X one.
Yeah, all you do is press a button. The only thing that moves is that
arms move and stuff. It's just, I was never that impressed. But this is a Battlecat that impresses me. It's massive. It's super articulated. It looks like vintage Battlecat, but kind of amped up a little bit. He's just perfect. I mean, this is a perfect toy. When he came out, it was just amazing to me that we were getting a Battlecat. When I first saw the pictures of the prototype, I should say, it was just so amazing that it's like, wow, we're getting more than just figures now. We're getting beasts. We're getting Battlecat.
And then when we saw the Wind Raider, I was like, wow, we're even getting
it was getting crazy when we saw the Wind Raider. Let's talk about Battlecat. So what we've got here is a cat body with this armor that comes off. So let's start with the body first, and then we'll talk about the rest of it. So this comes off. Oh, as I'm taking this off, I'm going to let you guys know, I keep this little clear band strapped through Battlecat's mouth and onto the first hook, because his head, it can kind of get weighed down. It gets kind of floppy over time. So I do that so it helps to relieve the pressure of the weight of the head. So that's why I'm taking that off of mine. So let's look at this cat body to begin with. It's huge. Way bigger than a standard figure, that's for sure. That's him next to He-Man. He's got articulation at the shoulders. He's got a ball-jointed, like, I guess this is an elbow on a cat? Would that call it an elbow or a backwards knee? I don't know what that's called. And then he's got pad articulation, and all these are painted individually, and he's got little nails.
You know, when I was watching that video that one day, I was like, whoa, that's so much cooler than the vintage Battlecat.
Yeah, it really is.
When I got home from Grandma's, you were watching this video, I was like, a Battlecat for the new one? And, like,
Was that Pixel Dan's review I was watching, maybe?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I think it was Pixel Dan's review that we were watching when this first came out. And you were into He-Man, but you still weren't buying this line. But you saw this Battlecat, and you were like, oh, I think I need that Battlecat for my guys. Talking about the vintage guys. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, that's when I started really getting into the line.
So he's got, this torso joint moves all over the place. It moves up and down, and it moves a little bit of side to side. He's got the neck joint that moves up and down. He's got a ball-jointed head, sort of. Some of it's a little restricted because of the way it's built. And then he's got a jaw that opens and closes. He's got the same articulation in his back legs, but now he's got an extra joint here because the back legs of a cat are kind of more bent. And then he's even got an articulated tail. I mean, he's covered in joints, which is awesome. And for the price, it was insane because this was only $10 more than a standard figure.
It's only $30.
It was only $30.
Did they raise the price for Panther?
Everything's gone up now. No, Panther was $30 when he came out too. And when we saw this, we knew Panther was coming. That was one of the ways they can get away with doing these big toolings is because they planned it out for more figures. So when we saw this, we knew Panther was on his way.
Well, I didn't.
Well, yeah, you didn't. But the rest of us in the He-Man community knew that Panther was going to come eventually because they wouldn't just use this one time.
Right.
Now we've seen it used a third time with the Griffin, with just new parts added. But we thought we would just get those two cats.
Yeah, they're using a lot of used body parts for the Griffin. Swifty's wings.
Swifty's wings, the body. Yeah, I mean, it's got some new parts there where it needs it, but and I was listening to, I think it was Roast Google Dinner the other day, and they were saying that when they made the Battlecat buck, they were making it with thinking about the Griffin already. So even back when they made this figure, they were thinking about how it would work for the Griffin back then. Which, man, that takes some real planning to make a figure, but also be thinking way down the line about what it can be used for later on. It really shows what goes into this line. So then he's got this saddle, and the saddle, you know, it goes around. It's not like the vintage figure where it goes in notches and it has the belt piece as a separate piece that kind of wraps around him. It's all one piece, and then it just snaps in one spot along the side. And it's sometimes a little tough to get that to snap.
It is your basic saddle, though. Your basic Battle Cat saddle.
It is, yeah. But remember on the vintage one, it has this is actually a separate piece that runs through it, and this one is actually just one piece of it.
I'd have to dig through all my figures and look at my Battle Cat because I do not remember that.
You don't remember that? Yeah, it's one strand that actually goes inside of the saddle and around, and it clips around him. Because a lot of times you'll see Battle Cats that are missing that strand but still have the saddle and tell them with rubber bands or something.
Yeah, me and Kins are both like that.
Oh, are they? Well, there you go. So that is one piece is cool. It's got this red coloring to it, of course, but it's got these sort of dark highlights for all the ridges. And then it's also got sort of like a leathery texture to where he sits. It's got all these little cross-hatching marks, and it's sort of a darker red. It just is an amazing look to it. I think it just looks really, really sharp to do that as a separate coloring and a separate texture. And then he's got these two little things which are supposedly weapon holders. A lot of people thought they were stirrups, but they're actually weapon holders. And they move a little bit. They have a little bit of a twist to them. And that's
a weapon holder?
You didn't know that? Yeah, that's where you're supposed to put the power sword. They said it, the Four Horsemen have said, and Mattel has said, that that's where you're supposed to stick your power sword.
Now I know that. I'm definitely going to be doing that.
Like that. Yeah, because they're way too small to be stirrups. So you store a weapon there for him to carry.
Now that I know that.
You're going to be doing that all the time? And then we've got the mask, which, again, has some two-toned paint to it. The horns are sort of metallic, and we should have mentioned that on this. They're sort of metallic color on the saddle. They're metallic color on this. Metallic color sort of eyes and rivet things. And this all just kind of snaps on. And there's actually an indentation here where the nose is for you to match it up just right. And a lot of people get fussed about how that should be sitting on Battle Cat. Some people have it sitting like that. But it actually is intended for that nose to clip into that spot. So he should look like that. So there he is. Like. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's show He-Man one. And the way they fixed this, for the loincloth being so hard, they put these two little divots in here.
Yeah.
So that way the loincloth would have a spot to go and the figure would be able to sit down on there really well. And everything fits on this, except for guys with capes, really. The girls will fit on this, really, except for maybe...
Tila definitely.
Tila, I guess, maybe wouldn't. I would put
her
on there.
And regular Hero would definitely not.
Okay, so the guys. The guys can fit on Battle Cat. And a couple of the girls. Adora, maybe Captain Glenn, those kind of things.
Catra would definitely.
There he is. Let's read his bio real quick, and then we'll move on. Oh, yeah, we want to show him next to Cringer, which we may have done during the Cringer video, but let's see it again.
We did.
Whoa! It's so cool having a tiny Cringer and a giant Battle Cat. Because when you were a kid, or when I was a kid, the only choice you had for your Battle Cat was to take off or for Cringer was to take off your Battle Cat armor. Alright. A member of the...
That's the same art that's on the Hot Wheels.
That's right, it's the vintage art. Okay, real name Cringer. Perfect. A member of the Green Tiger tribe, Cringer was saved from a Parak-Nar attack by a young Prince Adam and afterwards became his devoted companion for life. He assisted Adam during his quest to unite both halves of the power sword of He, and afterwards was enhanced by his power to become Battle Cat, the fighting tiger of He-Man. Cringer is one of only a handful of allies who knows Adam's secret and fights alongside the other Masters of the Universe, carrying He-Man into battle against the forces of evil. I have no problems with this bio whatsoever. So, instead of breaking down the stuff that's in here, because all of it is fine to me, I mean, we've already gone over that we don't like it being the sword of He or whatever, so we don't have to reiterate that there. Let's talk about talking Battle Cat versus not talking Battle Cat.
There's a talking Battle Cat and a not talking.
Yeah, in the 2000X cartoon he doesn't talk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, we've got... And neither does Cringer. What are your feelings on that? If you were to do like a new He-Man movie, would you prefer Battle Cat to talk or not to talk?
Definitely to talk.
I agree. I mean, it's a magical world. The only thing I would stipulate is, and they sort of did this in Filmation, in that Cringer episode where Cringer first becomes Battle Cat, Cringer doesn't talk until after he's changed. You never see Cringer talking until after he's hit by the power sword and is given some of its magic or whatever.
And then he's this magic talking.
See, yeah, so from then on out he talks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm cool with that. If Cringer and Battle Cat if Cringer doesn't talk until after he's turned into Battle Cat the first time and is imbued with some of the power of Grayskull, then I'm fine with that. I think that's cool, because then it shows that Cringer carries a little bit of the magic with him. Even when he's not Battle Cat, he still has a little bit of that magic with him. And I think Battle Cat should always be a talker. I mean, he's a steed and everything, but at the same time, he's a character, he has a personality, he's got a voice, he needs to talk.
He talks with the temper in the Filmation cartoon.
He's got a huge
when
temper
he's
sometimes.
with Skeletor and stuff, like, he ends up to say, easy cat or whatever.
Yeah, oh, well, there's some scenes in the, like the mini-comics, the DC mini-comics, the ones handled by DC, where he talks, and he's very much like a tough cat. It's really cool. So that wraps this up. Battle Cat is a must-have. 100% must-have figure.
All the beasts so far.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of maybe skip Panther, but I don't think you can skip Battle Cat. He's too essential.
The one that you can mostly skip so far is the Griffin when it comes out.
You can skip the Griffin for... Well, we don't know that yet. It may knock our socks off when we get it. Right. It's not an essential character like Battle Cat is.
Right, and Swifty and Panther.
Swifty's pretty essential. I don't
like
think he's as essential as Battle Cat.
Like ones that are like in the cartoon a lot, Filmation, comics, all that stuff.
Yeah, if they're on the show, like exactly. If they're a main character where you see them on the shows a lot, yeah, you got to have them in this line. Right. You can't skip them. Battle Cat is so integral that you have to have him. If you're gonna only get one beast, Battle Cat's the beast to get.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so that's it for this one, right? All right, sorry about that. We almost forgot to mention that we are giving away a copy of the unofficial cartoon guide to He-Man and the Master Universe by James Etok to one of our YouTube channel subscribers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our YouTube channel is MOTU Classics. It's youtube.com/MOTU Classics. But if you're seeing this video, you should know that. Subscribe to the channel. Once we hit 400 subscribers, we're giving this away. There's a chance that by the time I actually get to the Battle Cat one, we've hit 400, but I doubt it. So if we haven't hit 400, we need to give this away.
And you're gonna have to show me a little bit more about that book because I've never seen anything.
Oh, it's amazing. It goes through each episode and tells you what happened in each episode, and
each episode.
Every single episode of the Filmation series, and then it even talks about like the Secret of the Sword thing, and just it gives it tells every moral reprinted in here. It shows character appearances. It gives behind the scenes stuff. It lists out certain deleted scenes from episodes. This is an amazing book. I have 2 copies of this. This is my 3rd copy of this book. I just got this in a deal. And since I already had 2 copies, a reader copy and a keeper copy, it was time to give this a new home. So, one of our YouTube subscribers, if you watch our channel or watch our website or watch our videos, subscribe. Once we hit 400, we'll give that away. Right?
Yep.
So we'll sign off on this one now, for sure. Right?
Yep.
Good journey.
Good journey.
See you guys next time.